You built an app with AI. It worked for a while, and now you're scared to open it. Don't you dare throw it out and start over. That instinct screaming, rebuild it clean, is the single most expensive mistake you can make right now, and it's wrong. Here's what actually happened. You shipped something, then you added a feature, and two other parts quietly broke. You fixed those, and something else went sideways. Do that enough times, and you end up here. A real running app that people might be using, and you're terrified to touch it. Every change feels like cutting a wire on a bomb you don't understand. So you've basically stopped. You're not a beginner anymore. You're something worse. You own a product you can't change. And what nobody selling you the magic ever tells you is that the mess you're afraid of is fixable, in place, while it keeps running. Stick around, because I'm going to show you exactly how it's done. The same way I take real production software from a tangle into something solid without ever taking it down. Hi, I'm Alex Brockway, and a year ago, I couldn't write a single line of code. Today, real companies run on software I built. And on this channel, I show you exactly how it's done. So, let me start with the reframe that changes everything. Because once it lands, most of the fear goes with it. Building something new and fixing something that already exists are opposites. When you build new, there's nothing to break. When you fix what's already shipped, there's a live patient on the table. People are using this right now, and it can't go down. So every move has to be small, checked, and reversible. And almost nobody coding with AI teaches that, which is exactly why your project turned into a minefield. You were playing a careful game with reckless rules. And here's the part that should take some weight off your chest. You do not fix this by being braver. You fix it by going slower at the start in one specific way. You look before you touch. The most expensive mistake people make with an old project, the one that compounds into the exact mess you're sitting in, is they open it, see something ugly, and immediately start fixing. 3 hours later, they're lost in a code base they never understood. Something that was quietly working is now broken, and they can't even tell which edit did it. That's the death spiral. The first move of a real fix is the opposite of fixing. It's looking, honestly and completely, at what you actually have before you change a single line of code. And no, you don't read it by hand. You point the AI at the project and direct it to give you a structured read. Not, tell me about this code, a deliberate survey. The main areas, what depends on what, where the oversized files are hiding, and the part that matters most, where you've got no safety checks at all. The AI does the reading, it's faster than you, it doesn't get bored, it doesn't skim the boring file that turns out to be load-bearing, but you direct what it hunts for, and you judge what comes back. Machine reads, operator decides. That division of labor is the whole game, and it runs through every step after this. I've pointed the AI at projects I'd half forgotten and gotten a clean map back in minutes, built from what's actually in there, not from my memory of how I thought it worked. And the first job that map does is kill the monster in the closet. The fear you're carrying isn't really about the code. It's about not knowing what's in there. You imagine the worst because you can't see. So you turn the light on and you sort everything into 3 honest buckets. Load-bearing, the parts, load-bearing, the parts holding the product up, the login, the billing, the core feature people pay for. Keep those, protect them, touch them last. Accidental, the clutter that just grew. Because the same logic written 3 different ways, because 3 sessions never compared notes, safe to clean, and where your easy early wins live, and dead or dangerous code. Code nothing uses anymore, or code that's actively risky right now. Watch what that sort does. A terrifying, undifferentiated pile of old code you're afraid of becomes a triaged list. What to leave alone, what to clean, what to fix first. And here's what surprises people. Most of what you built is more solid than your anxiety thinks. A real inventory finds what to keep every bit as much as what to fix. Then, and only then, once you can actually see it, you make it safe to change. This is the piece that turns "I'm scared to touch it" into "I can change this with confidence." So let it land. You install guardrails, picture the bumpers in a bowling lane. Once they're up, every change you make stays out of the gutter automatically, whether you're paying attention or not. The big one is a gate, an automated checkpoint that inspects every change before it's allowed anywhere near a customer. Does it build? Does the data line up? Plus, an AI reviewer reading the logic of every edit like a tireless senior engineer. Catching the security hole the first pass was too confident to notice. Right now, every edit is a coin flip you only get to resolve live in front of a computer, with the net under it. The bad change gets caught before it ships, not after someone finds it. Nothing about you got more careful. The lane just stopped letting the ball reach the gutter. And here's the move that makes it survivable on a project that's already a mess. Because this is where people panic. You do not stop everything and fix every old violation before you ship again. That's how you freeze for a month. You stop the bleeding on new code, set the gate to fail only on new violations, and grandfather in everything that's already there. The old mess gets cleaned over time, on purpose, and in order. The count only ticks down. A paramedic doesn't refuse to help until they can fix every injury. They stop the bleeding now and treat the rest in sequence. Same thing here. Now, here's the part that matters most, and it's the whole reason you can do this at all. You do not build any of that by hand. You direct the AI to build it against a plan you approve. Your job is not typing. It's setting the conditions and verifying the result. That's the entire shift. You stopped being the person sweating over the code. You became the person running the system that fixes the code. Your real advantage was never how fast you can type. It's how clearly you can see what you've got, how well you sequence the fix, and how sharply you check what comes back. That's learnable by anyone serious, applied to the hardest case there is, a real running product that already exists and already matters. And none of this is theory. I used this exact method every single day on real production software that companies depend on to run their business. What used to take a whole team a year and a pile of funding to even attempt safely, one person can do today by directing AI against a plan. That's not a pitch. That's just what's true now. So here's where to go from here. And I mean this. Come hang out with us. We run a school community, and it's loaded. Nearly 10 hours of free training, including foundations. The free course that takes you from never having written a line of code to actually building real software, step by step. A free library of starter templates and prompts, and a brand new video every single week. All of it completely free. So come join us. The link is in the description. And let me tell you exactly what the course is, because most people have no idea what premium even means. Premium is the inner circle of that same community, and this video is the front door to it. If you want to actually do this, take the real project you've been afraid to open and run the whole fix on it, every phase in order on a live patient, the exact way that I do it. That's the premium course this opens. It's called Convert Your Old Project. 7 modules, start to finish. You scan and take stock. You find the seams and decide where the lines should go. You build a sequenced plan that says what to install first and what to leave alone. Then you apply the 5-phase method over the existing code in layers. Context, rules, documentation, the validation that actually makes it safe, and the feedback loop that keeps it healthy. We go deep, layer by layer, until you can run it yourself. And it comes with the part that does the heavy lifting. Inside Premium, in the resource repository, there's a runnable retrofit kit. You don't read a manual and wire it by hand. You point your Claude code session at the kit, it reads it, and it drives the whole fix on your actual project, one stage at a time. It scans your code base, it walks you through the judgment calls, it writes a permanent plan, and it installs the guardrails. You make the decisions, the kit runs the process. Premium is also another 10 hours of deeper courses, the full library of templates and prompts and tools, and weekly access to me directly to get your own build unstuck. What's free teaches you the pattern. Premium hands you the working machine and puts you in the room with me. But you do not have to start there. And honestly, you probably shouldn't. Everything you need to begin is free. So grab the build kit and the free course. Everything is linked in the description. And then come find us in the school community. The build kit hands you the foundation. All of this sits on top of. And the free course shows you exactly how to use it. So get the structure under you and ship one real win. And if you're earlier than this, if there's no Tangled project keeping you up at night yet, even better. Learn the method clean before you ever have a mess to clean up. Head over there. We want to hang out with you. And if some of what I just said sailed over your head, good. That means the free door is exactly where you belong, and that is where I started too. So that's the course. The project you've been scared to open isn't a lost cause, and you do not have to start over. You turn the light on, you sort what you've got, you put the bumpers up, and you fix it in place while it keeps serving people. So hit subscribe. I put out a new video like this every week, every one a real piece of how I actually build. I'll see you in the next one.